morning, everybody. It is a beautiful April morning. About 45 degrees right now, somewhere around 10:30. Out taking a morning walk, come down to the pond, look around, and I decided to just come down and pitch camp for the night. Hope you guys will stick around for that. May even take a walk tomorrow. Supposed to have some really beautiful weather for the next few days. I hope the rain's over with for a few days. Man, it has really been wet. I guess you can probably see a little bit of the pond there in the background. Kind of murky. And 3-4 days ago, in between the rainstorms, we had quite a bit of wind also. It turned just about yellow. We've got a lot of pollen in the air today also. And if the camera shakes, it's because there's a bird sitting on the limb that it's kind of leaning on. Oh. Donna and I sure have a lovely backyard now, don't we, folks? I'm not sure how well we'd been dealing with this still being in the city. It was really nice. Very fortunate that we were able to come out this way and have some elbow room prior to all this stuff getting going. We haven't been cut short on anything. We haven't made a whole lot of trips to town, haven't had to. We've gone seen the boy a couple of times, done a little visiting over the last 3 weeks. Outside of that, everything around. We got stores close enough that have been keeping the staples up. So I guess everybody's trying to do their part. We are, the social distancing. Well, for any of you folks that know me, I've been practicing that for years. Not necessarily going to the point of saying stay away from me, but I have had to go to the point of saying stay away from me. Anyway, beside the point now, it's a good thing if you don't have to, don't go out. And if you can keep yourself entertained at home, that's good. I know it's hard for some people. This has offered me a place to be entertained. And not too far from here, the piece of woods that I've been walking on the last couple of videos, I can drive just a few minutes down the road. I don't have to see anybody and duck off into the woods there, which I may be doing tomorrow. It's been a while since I've been over there. We've just been kind of taking care of the home front like a whole lot of other folks have been right now. And that's a good thing. That's what we need to be doing right now. Don't put yourself in a bind, but, keep everything as normal as you can. Try to keep up a little bit of a routine. I do think that's important. Don't stretch too far out of your norm in case we bounce back a little quicker than everybody's talking about. Okay, that's enough about that. I'm going to sit here and enjoy this pond view for a few more minutes. And I'll catch up with you guys later when I set up camp, probably right back over there. Thanks for looking in. Appreciate it. Stick around. Trying to do this in between gusts of wind, so I hope you can hear me. You guys have seen this configuration before down at Kentucky Lake and once before over at the Hideout Woods with a 10 by 10, and down at Kentucky Lake I didn't cover with anything. This setup here doesn't really take too long. I guess you could probably pull it off in about 10 minutes. And no, I really don't think it's the best setup for an overnight. But if you were going to stay several days, I think it would be a really good shelter for you somewhere. You got a lot of room if you want to pull it out. You can make vestibules on both sides if you really wanted to. Excuse me. And pull it out a little bit further and higher in the back to get flow through ventilation. It's supposed to get down to about 35 degrees tonight, so I didn't want a lot of ventilation. I am going to raise the back up just a little bit, but the rest of it's kind of pulled down pretty close to the ground, 3 or 4 inches. I was up in there just a few minutes ago, and I've got a little bit of airflow through there, but it's nothing like it is out here right now. So I suspect that if the wind lays down like they said somewhere this evening, it's pretty calm right now. I'll be fine tonight. I brought the Marmot bag, the overstuffed bag. I've got 1 pound of down in it now. It was a 40-degree bag, and it weighed 1 pound and 8 ounces. And now it weighs 2 pounds and 8 ounces. I'm going to see what it does. I brought a little extra with me just in case, and I do have a hand warmer, but I'm not going to start off with them tonight. I'm just going to enjoy the pond for a few minutes here, hang out. You can hear how quiet it is. And I'm going to cut up a little firewood. I brought down a little bit from the house, and I've got some top out of an oak that the top came out of. Can't talk. And one of these little cedars back here, I'm going to go ahead and cut it up. Beautiful day, isn't it? Thought I'd sit down and have me an afternoon pipe before I went up and cut some wood up there on the hill. I think it's red oak. It seemed pretty solid the other day when I was up there. You can see I pull this wing out. Kind of block the wind off just a little bit. Oh, probably still close to 10 miles an hour. I'd say close to 10 miles an hour. Which it was supposed to be just about all day. Pretty comfortable spot actually, isn't it? I hope all you guys got a place you can go get away for a little while. Like the getaway. I'm going to mosey up the hill here and saw up a little firewood. Once again, just hanging out by the pond. Maybe we'll see if there's a fish out there. Yeah, let's see if there's a fish out there. Yeah, I've been here 30 minutes. There are fish in the pond. As you can see, they're not very big. And it's crappie. Small but edible. What do you think? Well, we seen a fish, didn't we? I suspect there's more than that one in there. I'm not sure, but I believe there'd probably be a whole bunch of them little ones in there. And if there's a whole bunch of little ones, that means that somewhere in there, there's one's a little bigger. And I've been told it's catfish. I've got to just rig up to fish for catfish. I've got a really small hook on there because I knew anything that I caught rapidly out of this pond was probably going to be small. And it was. But I wasn't expecting a crappie. I was expecting bluegill. Nice day anyway, isn't it? I had 3 worms and about 45 minutes invested in 1 fish. I stayed over there, could have probably caught some more, but the weather has just not been right for them. You know, this everything changing, and it was, you know, in the 20s this morning, going to be in the 30s again tomorrow morning. We're supposed to warm up a little bit after that, 40-degree nights. Ain't gonna be too much longer. I'm gonna get a fire going. I don't know really what time it is. I'm kind of guessing 4 o'clock maybe. It's been a really nice quiet afternoon down here. Started out with a nice quiet morning first. Yeah, it won't be but just a few minutes. I'll have enough fire here to cook with. As usual, after dark. Not sure, probably 8 o'clock, I'm kind of guessing. Feels pretty good. The wind is laid down. And there again, I'm guessing because I didn't bring my temperature indicator with me, it's probably low 50s, high 40s right now. It's a little cool. This feels good. What about the wildlife I got going on tonight? I guess I'll get used to it. Generally, they're quiet. Here in a couple of hours, they'll start to quieten down. But they're a little noisy to start with. I think I'll just sit here and enjoy this while it's getting going. Get things ready to cook. Grilled ham and cheese tonight. Pretty simple. Fire good. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Simple ham and cheese. Got a little bit of a different headlamp on tonight. This one was sent to me by Fran and Curtis. Thank you guys. And it is a Coast. C-O-A-S-T. Coast. I didn't pack. I didn't pack in the right order, but that's all right. Good old country ham. Yes, indeed. I think I got enough there to cook with. It was just about to smoke me out. I think we'll be all right. Get a little heat on the pan, and I've got just a touch of olive oil. Keep my first piece from sticking. I don't necessarily need to fry the ham up. Got plenty of heat right there now, don't I? There wasn't much going on today, I know, guys, but thanks for coming anyway. Just does fill up my skillet. You know what? Let me get to cooking. And I'll get back to you guys in just a little bit. We'll sit around the fire for a while. Sounds like I got some beagles over the hill there, doesn't it? Plus my frogs. Let this cool down just a little bit. Good stuff. Oh, there ain't nothing like a good, simple, warm dinner cooked over an open fire, is there? Especially with the night we got tonight. I'm not even sure where the moon is in the phase. I think it'll be through later on tonight. Bunch of stars out. Looks beautiful. Kind of really setting the mood for a good night's sleep outdoors. And depending on what part of the country you guys are in as to how much rain you've had here lately. And or snow, you know. Yesterday, 41 degrees here. I didn't actually see it snow here, but it was on the news last night. Had snow in the area, light flurries. Conditions just right, I suppose. We don't need any snow. We've already gone too far this winter without any. We don't need to start now. But it has been known to happen. Just a little bit of a breeze tonight. You can see it twisting the fire around. A little smoke on me there every once in a while. If you're at a spot where you can tonight, step out on the porch and have a little snort with me. Take a little bit of your favorite beverage with you. You know, I don't know how to word the toast. So I think I'll just make it pretty simple. Everybody take care of yourself, and let's all get better and get over this. Cheers, everybody. Maybe if everybody have a little shot of that every once in a while. If the old Cumberland River will ever drop a little bit and let me get to where I can get the kayak back in the water peacefully, I'm going to do a couple of trips. For you guys who haven't seen any of my Cross Creeks trip, several trips actually, go back and watch those. I'll be going down there. Right now you can't get there because the water's up too high. You can't get down the road pretty much past the boundary marker. Not till they get enough going over Kentucky Dam and Barkley Dam to make up the difference. And with any luck this year, we'll make the Cumberland River trip. May go by myself, I don't know. And if the mood strikes, I may do Kentucky Lake again. I really enjoyed that trip. I believe Loy had a good time on that trip. Excuse me. Stop at a couple of different places this time and maybe take I don't know, take an extra day or two. It's not that much further to another takeout point just to the north of there in a campground. And that would make another 5, 6 miles, give or take, up the river, past the bridge where we took out. Although that spot worked out pretty good. And it's something, once you do it, you're going to have to do it again. I am. I don't know how you guys are about it, but that kind of hooked me. I still love to go for day paddles, don't get me wrong there. but there's just something satisfying. Looking forward to the trip for me was a little bit different. Kind of looking forward to taking a trip on a bike. You know you've got everything packed, but still you're not sure. And once you get out on the river, there ain't a whole lot of stores you can go to try to get anything. So, at least you don't have to buy water on that trip. I got pretty used to the river water. After about the third day, I really couldn't tell the difference. It actually tasted pretty good. Of course, that Sawyer filter, that makes the deal. You know, I believe I'll have another little snort tonight. That was pretty good. I haven't had any in a while. Don't want to ingest too much, you know. It's got a pretty good flavor to it. Pretty fair flame. Just enough to make you sleep good. I don't know where you guys are, but that 80-degree weather we had here last week brought a lot of bugs out. I got 3 ticks off of me today, little small ones that were crawling on me, not seized. And I'll be checking tonight before I lay down too. I sprayed good this afternoon. I have to admit I did not spray anything on me this morning, but I did this afternoon after I found the second one. And then the third one wound up on me over there by my tent setup. I got a feeling they're probably going to be bad this year. I hope the mosquitoes aren't. If they are, we're going to have to figure out something about this pond, ain't we? Boys and girls, I think I'm going to sit here and enjoy this fire just a little bit more. And I'm going to try to get some sleep. Go through another stick or two maybe. It was a good day, folks. Talk to you guys in the morning. Well, good morning, everybody. Whew, chilly morning down here by the pond. Not sure what the temperature is, but I got cool last night. But not so cool that I had to break out my secret weapon over here. Actually, what that is, ladies and gentlemen, is my underquilt. It's also another home stuffed piece, and it weighs about 4.5 pounds itself. It was a 40-degree bag, and I put quite a bit of down in it, sewed some baffles in it. I've showed you guys before, but I'll probably show you again. Yeah, this one right here, whatever the temp was, that's its limit, pretty much. I did at some point in time last night, I lit off my hot hands and put it down on my feet. The rest of me was doing pretty good. My feet got a little cool, even though I had on my good wool socks. The hand warmer stopped that process, though. Excuse me, folks. I'm going to try to get motivated here in a few minutes and cook me up a little breakfast this morning. Hang out here for the day and just see what happens. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful one. I don't know which feels better, sun coming up or a good fire. Both warming me up quite nicely. And I got it going just in time for the wind to start picking up a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. We're going to have about the same conditions today we had yesterday. I believe it's supposed to be a little warmer today, though. Man, this feels good. You guys enjoy this as much as I do? Didn't see any critters, or excuse me, I didn't hear any critters last night. We had a dark night all night. A couple of times I did wake up. You know, I feel like I got some rest. I don't feel wore out, but could have slept a lot warmer. I will next time. About time to get a bite to eat. Oh, nothing like some good old country ham fried up on the open fire, huh? Yeah, you notice I'm stirring with a stick. That's because I went off and left my utensils at the house. But I think I'll make it anyway. I believe this will work out. I'm just about cooking breakfast right there with a piece of birch bark. Saw it laying here. It fell out of my pack or my fire bag last night. I thought I'd throw it in there. Yeah, it smoked me up a little. All right, let me finish up and I'll get back to you guys. Yeah, the one time I remember to bring a slice of bread for some toast, I forget the silverware. Man, that was a good breakfast. Whew. Makes you feel good and warm on the inside. Sitting here in the sun feels good this morning. Got everything cleaned up, breakfast wise that is. Got it packed up. I'm going to take that stuff to the house with me, drop it off, put together a little day pack, and go for a walk. It's nice to be able to just leave everything set up. You know, my condensation last night was minimal. A little frost across the board this morning, though. Still feels a little bit damp. Nice to be able to just leave stuff hanging up for a while and not have to worry about it not being there when you get back. All right. I'll see you guys in the woods in just a little bit. How about that? I had a particular destination in mind. Straight ahead here over into the next grove of cedar trees. And I'm trying to figure out what the best way is to get there without going through the entire briar patch. And right over there, just a little ways, is the property line. You may be able to see a ribbon in the tree. And the last time I came over, we went to that side of the property and walked down the wash. Of Quite a nice place to go. I'll be going back over there and camping. This is another one of the little runoffs on this side of the property where I came the first time. Heads right off down in that direction. And it joins up with this one right here. It comes off of the other piece of property over there. You see I am right on the corner of the property line. Looks a little different than the last time I was over here. But I'm going to head right up the top of that hill. Is where I was aiming on going today. It's not a very far walk up that hill, but it's a little steep. You guys that watched the video where I came over here the first time, I'm right up against the property line once again, and that's where a very few pine trees and a whole bunch of cedars begin. And right up here last time looked like a really good spot to camp, and I kind of remember where I'm at. That's the old abandoned deer stand. This is the area right here I had kind of liked. Thought I might do a hammock camp around here. And I'm just down from the deer stand, so you can kind of see why that deer stand was put there. I'm going to walk on into the forest just a little deeper. I think this spot right here might be the spot. Plenty of down firewood. Nice mossy carpet. Trees about the right distance apart. I'm liking it. Spooked a squirrel up over there. They like it in here too. I think I picked a right nice afternoon to go for a walk, don't you? Nice spot too. This moss all over the ground here. Can't see it in a lot of places because of the leaf clutter, but it's there. Gives kind of a cool feel to the ground. I believe this spot right here might be my next hammock camp. We'll have to see. That'll be coming up here shortly, I hope. Things kind of run together for a little while there. But getting out like this sure does do a body good, I'm telling you, you know. Even though I got cool last night, I still enjoyed staying outdoors. Can't help myself. Just to be out like this, you know, it seems like everywhere you go, doesn't really matter. You're going to hear some kind of human noise. But right now I am probably at least a half a mile or a little more from any human. I kind of like it. Matter of fact, brought my lunch. You gotta love getting out like this, don't you? Man. But you gotta be aware of the critters coming up on the ground now. Ticks everywhere. And there's probably going to be a pretty healthy crop of mosquitoes this year too. In case anybody's wondering, this little tree that I'm leaning up against is a dogwood. It's, I don't know, probably 25, 30 years old. They grow slow. This one has managed to survive this long, so it'll probably live its life out pretty good right here. The top of it's still green and budding. No flowers like the rest of them, like the ones you've seen behind the house. It's too dense in here. And all these little cedar trees. And as I look around, there's quite a few little maple trees in here too. And a couple of persimmon trees. There's an old persimmon tree right there behind the camera. I think I'll make a campsite out of this. Just no trace. Come in, there's no real need to try to make a fire pit or dig one. Just pick a little time where I really don't need to have a fire. And I'll show you guys my gasifier stove that I've had for a while now and trying it out from time to time. Seems to work pretty good for me. I kind of like it. And as you can look around here, all the fuel that you can snap off and burn here. So I'll probably show that. Hopefully within the next week or so. Time goes by pretty quick sometimes. It does for me. You know, guys, I think I'm just going to end this one here. You know, I left my camp all set up, but it is secure. No issues there. When I leave here, I'm going to go right back down and tear and pack everything up. Strike camp, as it were. Everything's had a good chance to dry out today. Can't really feel the breeze much down in here. It's not like it was yesterday anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Kind of spur of the moment, actually, but it turned out pretty good for me. I've enjoyed it. And I'm sure Donna's enjoyed the time away from me. Maybe. All right, everybody, I can't help myself but look around. There's some squirrels playing right back over there that keep grabbing my eye. Once again, thanks for coming along, everybody. Till next time, just waiting for the next big adventure. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Practice social distancing. Can't get much better than this.